What to do, YouTube, babe? What to do, YouTube, babe? And your girl is back at y'all with another video, honey. And in today's video, baby, we're gonna have a little girl talk, honey. We're gonna have a little us time, a little me time, a little friend time, okay, honey? Girl, let me get this pillow. Honey, my time. All right, y'all. So today we're gonna talk about how to let it go, honey. How to let it go and how to move on, friend. Baby, this is the year of like, why is we? If you still stuck on that old stuff we stuck on last year, friend, why? Why is we there, honey? It's okay. Friend love you, bitch. Sister love you, but it's time to move on, okay, honey? And I'm that friend that's gonna pull us out of that funk, friend. I'm that friend that's gonna move us forward, friend. I'm that friend that's gonna push us. I'm that friend that's gonna say you deserve better, friend. I'm that friend that's gonna say, baby, go get this money, fuck whatever you chasing, or even if you chasing a job, fuck this job, bitch. It's better ones out there, okay, honey? It's always something out there better for you. All right, friend. So I just want to talk about, like, before we talk about how I let it go, I'm gonna talk about the person that I used to be. Cause y'all, when I tell you your girl done changed so much, and I'm proud of myself, friend. So let's get into it. It all started back in high school, okay, y'all. Growing up, my childhood was kind of crazy, you feel me? And if you really reflect back in your life, a lot of stuff started as a child. Okay, so my childhood, I really felt like nobody loved me. I felt abandoned and stuff like that, right? So as I grew older, I grew angry, right? I grew resentful. I grew like, I'm gonna take whatever the motherfucker I want to take, cause shit, the world don't owe me nothing, but I can take it. You know, that's how I grew up. You know, that's what came in my mind, because I ain't never had nothing, and nobody ever gave me nothing, and I always felt like the outcast, the sheep. Y'all know the black sheep. Y'all know how I feel, right? So it's like, okay, cool. So going into high school, I used to always get into fights, y'all. I used to just fight just because. I promise y'all, my first fight made the news, baby girl. Girl wasn't playing in high school, shawty. My first fight made the news because I ended up fighting a girl, and I ended up fighting the teacher. The teacher ended up fighting me back, all type of stuff. Then we used to get into street fights. I'm from the west side of Atlanta. You feel me? Like my best friend Roger, you feel me? Like I can't tell these stories without telling Roger, you hear me? We used to walk back here fighting that shit, beating bitches up and down that motherfucker, you feel me? So that's just how it was. I remember one time we walked all the way down from the police precinct all the way up there to the train station, which is a good 30-minute walk. Got jumped by 20 hoes. I ain't gonna lie to you, you feel me? Got jumped by like 20 hoes, y'all. It was so motherfucking crazy. But it was like, your girl was so, like, I didn't give a fuck, you feel me? Like, back then, y'all know how you feel like, when I was younger, I felt like I wanted to die. I wouldn't necessarily say I felt like I wanted to die, but I ain't want to live either. So I didn't give a fuck, you feel me? So it was just like, shit, whatever life threw at me, I kind of took it, you feel me? And it kind of felt like, you know, like I ain't had no people out there looking for me, because I used to always run away, all type of shit. But my mama ain't get no fucks. At least that's how I felt, you feel me? Like, she was like, long as she was gone, you feel me? At least that's how I felt, you feel me? But that's why I say how I felt, because as I grow older, me and my mama, like, we kind of, this past year, since January, since I've been out working and stuff, like, since I had my suicide attempt and stuff like that, y'all, mama been kind of close to me, you feel me? We've been talking more on the daily, and just hearing, you know, being able to, I feel like I changed a lot, you get what I'm saying, to where I don't take things personal no more, you get what I'm saying. I say I'm still the same way as far as like, hey, it is what it is, I'm gonna take whatever life throw at me, but when it throw at me, I'm either gonna curve that curveball, or I'm gonna catch that curveball and I'm gonna throw it back. You hear me? You feel me? So it's just like, I feel like over time you grow wisdom. You feel me? Like that hate in your heart, or that anger that's in your heart, that misery or whatever that you feeling in your heart as a child, just know that's only temporary, my nigga. You feel me? Because everybody felt that way. Everybody got a testimony as a child. But as soon as I turned 18, baby, your girl's chasing a bag. You hear me? Your girl chasing money. Like my first job, I think I did like Burger King. Yeah, I was a cashier at Burger King, making like $7.25. I couldn't do that shit. That broke shit, hell nah. That broke shit didn't last too long in me, baby. Then I went to Wendy's making like $8. I'm like, hell nah, this cashier shit, no. So my next job, I'm like, shit, I gotta be a manager. This manager shit look easy. You feel me? I was only 19 and making probably like salary money. I'm making like $40,000 a year. You feel me? Salary money. You feel me? But they still want to know. I'm bringing home like $1,500 checks at 19. You hear me? But I'm like, shit, they still want to know at all. Like, I'm like, I got dreams. I got stuff that I want to do. You feel me? So when I turned 20, y'all, I vowed to never work a job again. This shit's so crazy. I said I ain't never working a job again, and I turned to the streets, y'all. I started hustling. You feel me? I ain't never had to sell pussy nor shake it. You hear me? But your girl gonna make this money. You hear me? Your girl gonna make this money. You hear me? But shit, it was so like if y'all live down here in Georgia, it's so many different ways of getting it, and it's so many like you gonna look up on something. I'm telling you out here, you gonna look up on something. You hear me? So I looked up. You feel me? God turned in my favor, shine light on me. So I'm making shit look good. Probably 3 years straight, like good luck. Like oh shit, like I'm hitting. You feel me? I'm hitting, right? But it's like all this money I'm getting, I don't know what the fuck to do with it. You feel me? Not necessarily what to do with it. Y'all know your girl go get a body done. Y'all know y'all can rewind my life what I did with the money, right? So it was like shit. And then around the time, you know, I'm taking care of niggas, you feel me? Like, nigga a woman don't supposed to be taking care of no man. Man just leeching on to you cause he wants you for what you got. You feel me? Not cause you're beautiful or whatever the case may be, you know, but you just really only looking for a come up, you feel me? And when I started noticing that, my anger started coming back. You know, that childhood anger started coming back because I was mad. It was like, you know, beast. Like, that shit brought something out of me, you feel me? I feel like it gave me like a flashback or something like that, y'all. I don't know why I'm sitting here telling y'all all these, but maybe it's gonna help somebody, you feel me? But it kind of brought me to a flashback where I end up, you know, spending 3 months in jail back in 2020, right? Man, I almost went to prison and everything back then, right? But I feel like God set me down in that season so I can know him, you feel me? Because I never knew God the way I knew God, you feel me? Or I never, like, called on him, you know, I never read the Bible, you know. Of course, I grew up in the church house, you know, being young and stuff like that, because I was young and fast. I ain't gonna cap to y'all. I was that girl that'll fuck your man. I don't give a fuck, bitch, and fight you about it, you feel me? Because I ain't had no self-love. But like I said, as soon as I turned 18, all that shit went out the window, you feel me? I turned to work and trying to figure out ways to get rich, which I'm still figuring out ways to get rich, you hear me? But yeah, so it was like, on that type time when I end up like facing, like I could have went to prison, I could have went to jail and turned to God, you know, that I feel like I say, God set me down just so I can get to know him, you feel me? I really opened up my Bible in there because it was like I was in the pregnancy ward because y'all end up having like a miscarriage in there or whatever, y'all. So yeah, so when I was in there, basically I was in the pregnancy ward and the girls was having like, actually, let me show y'all something, hold on. This is why I say jail changed your life, jail changed your life. So the girls used to always write Bible verses, like they'll read their Bible and stuff like that, write little Bible verses on scriptures, and they'll put it in like a sandwich bag and they'll pass it around the whole jail, the whole cell, right? And when we'll come out for breaks and stuff like that. So you'll shake it up like this. So I end up making my own one at home, right? I wrote my own Bible verses. I wrote little motivational quotes, a lot of little stuff in here, right? So like when you come to my house, you just shake it up and you pop it open and you see what God want to tell you for today, right? So you pull out something special, and if you already see the words is red, so this is something that God said, right? Ships don't sink because of water around the ships. Ships sink because of water that got into them. Don't let what's happening around you get inside you to weigh you down. That's something true. Because one thing about it, it don't matter how long that ship be on sea. You feel me? If some water get inside of it, it is gonna sink. You feel me? So I feel like this is a message to somebody. Like, don't let whatever happening around you change who you are. You get what I'm saying? God made you in his image. God made you the way that he wants you to be. You get what I'm saying? So whatever it is, don't let it weigh you down, because hey, it's like it's happening around you, but it's not happening to you. Okay, so if it's not going, if it ain't got nothing to do with you, mind your business. You feel me? And that's exactly how I feel, y'all. So we most definitely gonna get another one. Let's see what the other one gonna say. So this one right here trying to fall out. And I kind of wrote real small on here. It say you're tired, you're stressed, you're mentally and physically exhausted. You feel alone, struggling. What's the purpose of being around? Life sucks. I promise it's going to get better. Just keep moving. You're fine. So I know sometimes we could be like in situations in life where we feeling like life sucks, or we feeling like we're alone, or like just like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Let me sit this down real quick. I get in situations, and I'm gonna try not to cry on this one, okay? I get into situations in life, y'all, where I do get physically exhausted, and I do get tired of doing stuff alone because I'm only 25. I feel like I should have kids. I feel like I should have a husband, or I feel like not even a husband, because I'm not searching for no husband, but somebody who can help me, or somebody who I can call like in a time of need. You get what I'm saying? And it do get physically exhausted, but understand that God don't put nothing on your plate that you can't bear. You hear me? Understand that God never put nothing on you that you can't handle. You hear me? And when you got God with you, you're never alone. So understand that God put you in a season so he can show out. You feel me? Walk by faith and not by sight. See, my faith is like Wi-Fi. You might not see it, but it's connected. You hear me? You might not see your phone working, but it's working. You feel me? And it even reads in the Bible where Joseph wrestled with God. You feel me? Joseph said, you know what? Joseph sent his family away just to wrestle with God. He had to spend a season alone with God to say, God, listen here, I ain't gonna leave you till you bless me. You hear me? I ain't gonna leave you till you hear me. And even after you bless me, God, I still ain't gonna let you go. You feel me? So it's like sometimes, y'all, and I'm hearing God say Jonah ran from God's words. Oh, okay, so we talking about Jonah. Okay. Also, another thing, you guys, I don't know who this for, but sometimes in life, y'all, we can run from what God is telling us to do and make our journey longer. Ooh. Remember when Moses was leading his peoples, and he told them, like, listen, this only a 3-day journey. But they turned a 3-day journey to a 40-year journey. You know how many times I had to reset it? God say, talk to him. You know how many times I had to reset it? Had to get it right, 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 had to get it right. You feel me? So sometimes, y'all, you gotta really listen to what God is telling you to do. And we got one more, y'all. So the truth is everyone is going to hurt, but you just have to find one who's worth suffering for. So everything ain't gonna always be perfect, you guys. So I feel like that's a lot of our problems. We try to search for perfection, or we try to search for like perfect, right? So I feel like everything ain't gonna be right. Everything may not be the way that you want it to be, or it may not be going the way that you want it to go, but you gotta trust that God got a better plan. You gotta trust the plan of God, and you gotta trust the process, you feel me? Because no matter what, you feel me, like everything, let's take the, let's talk about Joseph. So Joseph was sold to slavery. You get what I'm saying? It even reads in the Bible that Joseph was sold to slavery. His own brother sold him. You feel me? Because Joseph was favored by his daddy. Or it may have looked like Joseph was favored by his daddy. You get what I'm saying? But Joseph had a closer bond to his father. So his brothers end up selling him to slavery. So return 20 years later, and Joseph is now king, and his brothers now need him. So his brothers is not going to him for food or whatever they need, you feel me? Because they're going short, right? So imagine not even recognizing the person that you sold to slavery, the person that you turned your back against, you feel me? So don't worry about what's going on. Just know that it had to happen to Joseph, you feel me? It had to go that way, you feel me? Because he was the chosen one, you feel me? And Joseph didn't show no bitter hand, you feel me? Joseph wasn't angry, you feel me? Joseph still brought his brothers to the table and still fed them and still ate with them, you feel me? After going through suffering, after being in chains and in slavery. So understand that it was never personal, you feel me? But it had to go this way, because if it didn't go this way, where I have been king. You feel me? Well, I have made it out there. You feel me? So I don't care what happened in their life. You feel me? Like, I know, like, suffering, strength was made in weakness, my boy. I love saying that. Strength was made in weakness. That means strength was made at the bottom. That means when you was so hurt, you was crying and you was down low, God was in the room with you. He was on the floor with you when you was praying, when you couldn't take it, when you was crying, all that. God was there with you. Understand that whatever you pray for in private, God will bless you in public. You feel me? And understand that the wicked get no rest. Yeah, God seen them. I don't know who need head, but God seen them. God paid witness to that. I'm talking about front row seat to that. Like, yeah, he wanted to go down like that just so he could do what he gonna do. So understand that you don't need no get back. You feel me? God gonna fight your battle. Let God fight your battle. Understand that no weapon formed shall prosper. So it may look like the weapon forming. It may look like the gun was aimed. It may look like they motherfucker tried you, but nah, they didn't. They didn't. It ain't go down like that. No way it went down like that. You feel me? Because you got to understand that I'm a child of God. You got to understand that Jesus, that's my Lord and Savior. You feel me? So no matter what life look like, we going at it full throttle. You feel me? So even when I'm alone and I'm sad and I'm going through whatever the hell I'm going through, it's only for a second because I got God in my ear telling me, baby, I'm here. I'm here. I love you. I got your back. Every time I get low, y'all, God get low. You hear me? God say, hey, what we doing down here? What going on? Why it's so dark? Let me cut the light on. Let there be lights. You hear me? God be like, let me talk to my child down here. You feel me? You know how many times I even having my suicide attempt, how many times I'll be like, you know what, I just want to die. Even, come on, man. Like, the other day, I'm like, I got to live this pathetic ass, sad ass life. God, like, I'm living it with you, though. You feel me? Like, you ain't got to come up here. I come down here because every day you breathe and bring new opportunity. Every day you breathing, bring a new chance. Bring another day to try, another day to do something different. You feel me? We all got the same 24 hours, but we got to figure it out. And you got to understand too, like, a lot of us, we might not have the same opportunities in life. You get what I'm saying? But we got to deal with whatever cards we was dealt. You feel me? And we got to make the best of it. Yeah, we may be you can always change your cards. That's what I'm getting at. You can always change your hand. You can always say, you know what, I don't want to be this person no more. I don't wanna be that. I don't wanna live that way. I wanna live different. You feel me? I wanna live for God. Or I just don't want to keep suffering no more. I want to come out of the suffering and understand I want to come out of survival mode. It's only a mindset. That's what God said. It's what you tell your mind. If you keep telling your mind you're broke, you're going to forever be broke. You hear me? If you keep telling your mind I'm depressed, you're going to forever be depressed. Like, you gotta live. You gotta get from whatever surrounding you that's making you feel like that. You gotta get that shit away from you, period. Because your happiness is what means more at the end of the day. You feel me? I done seen so many older people, and when I say older, they ain't even as old as y'all think. Boy, they be about 30, they be about 35 and older. I kid you not, miserable as hell, sad as hell. And this is things that you pray for. That's what God say. You got to be careful what you pray for. You feel me? Like, I got family members, like, they prayed to be in this situation. Like, I want somebody to do this. Like, they prayed for this shit. You feel me? I ain't gonna get into it, but they prayed for it. And now you living that life that you pray for, and now you praying for God to take you out of it. So what do you want? You feel me? So if we're going to always find some type of suffering or some type of backlash and everything that God give us, that's why we got to find happiness in the moment. Because if you be happy with the small things, you'll be happy with the big things. You'll be happy with whatever, you feel me? Even then, you'll turn your blessing into a curse because you miserable. You feel me? Like, you done grew old and grew miserable because you ain't happy with the little things that God trying to give you. Like, let's say, for instance, like children for most, right? A child will holler and scream because they hungry, right? Say, for instance, if you cooking dinner, a child out there hollering and screaming, but you give them a little snack or something like that to ease them until you get done cooking, but yet they still hollering and screaming because they smell what you're cooking. And they want what you're cooking. Because they know what you're cooking is better than what you're feeding them at the moment. But you got to understand, to cook it got to go through preparation. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. You got to let it cool down sometimes too. You hear me? So it's going to take some time before you can even get that plate. So a lot of God is saying to a lot of people right now, I have gave you snacks. I have gave you a lot of things so you won't be hungry during the wait. Like, it's okay. Like, the food is coming. just it's in preparation right now. So I don't know who need to hear that, but it's in preparation right now, and that goes to me too. You feel me, y'all? So before we get out of here, I'm gonna shake this thing up one more time, and I'm gonna get a I got one sent out. So let's see what this say. So this one does not have a Bible verse on it. So you guys could read this in your own time. So this is a study. So if you watch this video all the way to the end, I want you guys to comment whatever this Bible verse is in the comment below. It say Proverbs 29:1. Okay, so that's what it is for today. So comment whatever that Bible verse is in the description box below. And we're gonna get one more before we go. Okay, let's see what this say. When one door closes, another one will open. Be fearless and pursue what sets your soul on fire. Okay, you guys? So when one door closes, another one will open. I don't give a damn if I got 1,000,000 no's. All I need is one yes, okay? That one yes will change your life. You hear me? All right, you guys. So thank you for watching your girl video. Your girl